Hi there, my name is Ian Satman from Security Online Academy, and in this video I'm going to be talking about SecurityNet and show you how it works. Now, SecurityNet has been written simply to answer this question: do you trust the privacy and security of your confidential files and messages? Now, if you're using email and cloud storage, your answer is got to be no. Every email you send is being tracked, possibly stored by your service provider. All the metadata, which is when you sent an email and who you sent it to, that's definitely being stored by law, and your governments or whoever can ask for this data. It's quite simple as that. The same with cloud storage. If you've got confidential data that you've put up into cloud storage, be it Google or OneDrive or Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services, the data really doesn't belong to you. It's yours, and if you read the small print, it usually says we can do with it what we like. In other words, we, the storage people. So everything that you do, whether you're sending an email or whether you're storing data, you're relying upon somebody else to protect your security, to protect your privacy. Now, that really isn't a good position to be in. So what we've done is created SecurityNet. Now, SecurityNet was originally written for a bank to protect the transfer of payments going across Eastern Europe into Western Europe and then further out to the Caribbean. And it was quite successful indeed. What we've had to do, though, is trim it down to make it plug and play. So because it took basically the IT department of a major bank in order to operate it. But the changes in technology have allowed us to make it plug and play, very simple to use, total encrypted end-to-end file transfer from your computer direct to your contact's computer. So I'm just going to move my picture down in the bottom there, and this is just one of our videos here. Protect your private emails and attachments and data quickly and easily. But the home page tells you exactly what we're about. Share and receive confidential files without uploading them to the cloud. They go directly from you to your contacts. And it's AES encryption, end-to-end privacy. We never see or store your data. So what I'm going to do now is give a demo of SecurityNet, show you how you add your contacts, show you how you send and receive files. So I'm just going to fire up SecurityNet. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I'm going to fire up SecurityNet and center it in the screen here. Now, immediately it starts up. It's got the send receive capable of receiving things. So the first thing it's going to do, our test machine has got data queued up to send to this machine. So it gives a good demo of what's going on. So we're waiting for files. What happens is that as the two machines, test 1, 2, 3, which is right next to me as our test laptop, and my machine, which is what we're on here, both check out to see, do I have anything to send? Do I have anything to receive? These are just little flags set up on the SecurityNet database. And here we can see we're receiving files, and I can follow the transmission. Oh, 4 files have come through. That's very quick. So once this is done, I'll close this window. We've got a little message back that says 4 files received from test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3 ABC. And we'll go have a look at the activity logs. And here we go. 4 files received successfully. It took a few seconds, then we're not that big. Now, if you want to see where those files are, you simply go to your inbox, outbox, and we just received something from test 1, 2, 3. These are the files that have been sent. You can easily go and look at the files by opening your inbox. And you can see we've got a SecurityNet folders inbox. These are the files that have been received. When you set up SecurityNet, you have to define yourself a user ID. And this one is going to be unique. In this case, I call this machine ZapTech. It happens to be one of my businesses. It has an internal ID. It shows you what network you're on. And if you're an enterprise, by the way, we can create a network for you. Absolutely your own and private. This is our network, SNG network. Generally, if you do the free trial or you just buy one of our monthly or yearly programs plans, you'll be on the SNG network. If you want your own network, we can configure it for you quite simply. It takes a few days. So ZapTech is my machine, and this is my internal ID. Now, contacts. Every time I set up a contact, I've got 3 here for this office. Big Mac is our Mac, which is running Windows on Boot Camp, I think it is. This is Windows software. Right now we don't have a native Mac for it, but that's coming, we hope. E and Z is again another one of my computers. And test123 ABC is the laptop, our test laptop, which I've just sent files to Zatec on. So you add a contact. Now if I didn't want to hear from test123 ABC anymore, all I have to do is remove him. I'm not going to do it right now because we've got data coming in and out. But it's as simple as that, to not hear from someone. You've invited test123 to your network, invited E and Z and Big Mac, and you can delete them just as easily. So you have to have the SecurityNet ID on both ends. It's like exchanging an email. If you don't give someone your email address, they can't contact you. But once you've exchanged emails, you can do it. Now, when you're creating a new contact, it's very simple. You just enter whatever security ID is that they've told you. I think there's one out there called QWERTY, K-W-E-R-T-Y. I've got absolutely no idea who this is, so I'm just going to say it's unknown. And you can put in a memo and email address and for nudging people. You can, for a SecurityNet ID, use your email address or an email address. Personally, I wouldn't do it because they're being hacked all over the place. So, as you will know from getting spam, if you're getting spam, your email address has been compromised. And you know that, and everybody's used to it. So I'll just save this contact. But there's unknown, and his SecurityNet is QWERTY. Now, QWERTY doesn't know anything about me, so I can't send anything to him until I call QWERTY up or send him an email and say, this is my SecurityNet ID, add it to your list, add it to your contact list, and then we can start talking. Okay? Simple. Now, if I want to send files to somebody, you've seen how easy it was to receive files. I just opened up SecurityNet and files that were queued for me turned up. But if I want to send files, I simply pick one or more of the contacts that I have. I'm just going to take some shortcuts. It really doesn't matter for this test. I'll just take a few things. Send files. That's all I do. And this is going to encrypt them. I'm going to close this window. We've got a status here. Files queued to send. I'm just going to double click on this so we can see how quickly things fire up. And I can see on my laptop, it knows that it's getting something from Zatec. It's waiting for files. And it shouldn't take that long for these to come through. They're queued to send. They're very small. They were shortcuts. But the point is, what SecurityNet has done, it's generated a one-time encryption password that both share. And I'm not going to tell you how that's done. Here we go. Here's the data coming through. So all of these links were sent. There we go. We've received, we sent them to test123 ABC successfully. Yes, he's received 6 files received from Zatec. And there we go. Very easy to do. And here's the activity log that we've sent. So it's very easy to do. Now what you can also do is drag and drop your files. They can be picked up quite easily. If we go to the SecurityNet folders again and go to the outbox, and if we want to drop files, we can drag and drop files to test123 ABC and send him stuff. Now the beauty of this is you can either drag and drop into it, or you can have your computer systems automatically deliver files there as you wish. Let's just do a quick test, and I'll grab a file or two in here. Here we go, something I was trying to mess around with. These will do. So I'll just take these 3 files, drop them into the folder, and if I go back to SecurityNet, you'll see in a second or two that SecurityNet has recognized that we've got files to send to test123 ABC. Now, we're just going to wait a few seconds for, I'm looking at the computer here, and test123 has recognized that it's got files to receive. So we will see how long it takes. I'm just going to click on this so we can see the progress. I'll just wait a second. It's a bit like as I say, watching paint dry, waiting for these things. But they usually only take a few seconds. Here we go. All files sent. That was quick. 3 files sent to test 1, 2, 3 successfully. So let's just close this window. This closes automatically on its own, and I think it's open for 30 seconds. Go to the activity log, and there's the files we just sent. So there we go. Very easy. You can also send messages, because email, you would really only use SecurityNet for data that's super private, that you don't want to be hacked, that you don't want to be stolen by anyone, that you don't want your government seeing, that you don't want your competitors seeing. Because if you're a larger business and you're sticking things out on SharePoint is so hackable you wouldn't believe it. And I do know companies that are putting very sensitive data on their SharePoint and then telling their, shall I say, associates in other countries where to go get the data from. Well, all they have to do is tell somebody else what that link is, and then anybody else has got that data too. So things like SharePoint, things like cloud storage are not as secure as you would like to think. And if you really want to keep your data secure and private, you've got to send it from one person to another, from one computer to another. And you remember, when you're sending from one computer to another, it is direct from one to another. There's been nothing uploaded to anybody else's server, any cloud storage, not even our own database, our own system. So we've seen the inbox and outbox. We've seen test 1, 3. Things have gone from the outbox because we've already sent them. We've seen the status. You've seen the activity logs. And you can do a very simple configuration. How long do you want to keep your activity logs? Do you want the notifications to come up? Do you want automated login when you fire up Windows? Works nicely. You can also set a maximum simultaneous send receive process so that you can send it to whatever you want. It depends upon the size of your computer. Mine's just a regular desktop computer. It defaults to 1 when you initially set up SecurityNet. After that, you can set it what you like. It basically means that if you've got half a dozen people or 100 people that you're exchanging data with, it can speed things up by doing them simultaneously. Depends on the power of your computer. If you're an enterprise with, I don't know, 64 gigabytes of RAM, you can probably ramp this up to 50 simultaneous. It doesn't really matter, because if they're not simultaneous, it simply queues them up and sends the data from one to another. So there we go. That's a very brief introduction to SecurityNet, how it's used. And if you are in the habit of sending confidential data over the internet via email or via cloud storage, I really would request you check out SecurityNet, because you can share and receive confidential files without uploading to the cloud, as you've just seen. They go directly from you to your contact's computer, encrypted end to end, without going through any servers, any other servers, and we've eliminated any of the capture points that could possibly be. Now, if you want to see our previous video, you can just look above my head, and there should be a link to the previous video that tells you a bit more about SecurityNet. It doesn't have quite as big a demo, but it's worth watching. This is also on this channel. And following this, we're going to talk about another video where it shows you how to get and how to install SecurityNet, how to try it out. So you'll see another pop-up in the middle of your screen. Just click on that to take you to the next video. So there we go. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like SecurityNet, and I hope you try it, and leave some comments underneath if you do like it or don't like it, and any suggestions gratefully received. Okay, thanks a lot. Cheers.